Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Are you seeking a meaningful life? If so, you come to the right place. I'm Laura Lee, and this is your 5-Minute Spirit Reboot. And joining me today is my special guest, a shaman, a channel. She's the author of Sojourner of Attaquay, and mind-expanding ideas with practical tools for the open-minded seeker of a meaningful life. Welcome, Carrie Hart.
Thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
I've had, over the years, many friends that are shamans and channels that have not met as shamanette channels.
I hadn't thought about that.
I've seen them swap out, but not the same. So I'd like to know your take on those roles for you.
Well, I got into spirituality altogether by channeling. I asked a question, an answer came in its authoritative voice, and I said, "Who are you?" And the answer was, "I'm Quado." And then for years, every morning I'd get messages from Quado and share them over the internet. And then one day, a Quado reader emailed me and said, "Could you do a spiritual healing for me?" And I was writing her back an email to say, "I don't do that," when someone else showed up in my head, and his name was Running Wolf. And he said, "Yes, we do. We do that." So that was the beginning of my adventures into shamanism.
So who is Quado?
Quado is, I guess you would say, a spiritual entity who actually has never taken human form, whose goal is to help us open up that golden channel to our eternal selves so that we can receive all the love and light that's there for us.
Interesting. So what led you to Attaquay?
Attaquay is a word that describes that zone that we don't really have a word for in English. It's the place you go in order to talk to the loved ones of your callers, where Quado resides.
So would you call it something like heaven?
I wouldn't, just because heaven, that word is so laden with a lot of different beliefs. But the reason I like the word Attaquay is because you can put into that belief system whatever you like. It's a zone, if you will. It's what a shaman would call a non-ordinary reality. It's real, but it's not the ordinary place where we live. It's where you, with your talents, are able to lift up into a space where you can commune with people that are in what you might call heaven. And there are angels there. There are power animals there. There are helpers. In other words, it's a zone of help.
So in Attaquay, they led you to heal yourself. How?
The basic theory is that you have an eternal spirit or soul, whatever you want to call it, that was here before you came to earth and is still there after. It's you eternally. And that spirit and soul is pure light and love. We all reach into Attaquay at various times, but some people like you and like me have practiced the art of reaching into a place that goes beyond space and time.
Higher state of being.
Exactly.
So what is your biggest tool you would recommend for a novice trying to reach a state of Attaquay?
I would recommend a daily practice. I think the most important thing you could do is every morning when you first get up, have your quiet time. And if your house is too busy, get up earlier than everyone else. If that doesn't work, then go for a walk. But find time alone to have your quiet time, and remember that breathing is the absolute best way to release all your tensions and come into that quiet place. And even if all you do is for 5 minutes, if you do it consistently every day, you'll begin to open up that access.
Where can people find Sojourner of Attaquay if they're interested in learning more?
What I would love them to do is go to my website, carriehart.com. That's CarrieHart.com.
Very good. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us today.
Well, it was fun.
It was my pleasure. And if you like this segment of 5-Minute Spirit Reboot and you want more, subscribe to this channel. And remember, this segment is also aired as part of radiomediumlauralee.com, which you can tune in by going to the website. Thank you.